Black, gray, white. Black, gray, white. Black, white, gray. You know, when I was little, I used to love my crayons. The only thing is, when I was little, I drew pictures of myself, and when I tried to color myself, mixing black and white didn't make my skin color. I'm more than just shades of black and white. And I'm mixed, but my ethnic background, I'm black, I'm white, I'm Jewish, and I'm proud of it. And the truth is, as proud as I am of my ethnic background, there's always been a part of me that's been unsure and searching for comfort in my race and in my skin. Ever since I was a little boy, I thought that my brothers and I were the same, just different shades of tan. But I admit, it irks me that when I go, or when my brother goes, really, when my brother goes, who's darker than I am, to a Black Student Union event and feels accepted and comfortable, that when I go to the same event, because of my lighter skin, I don't. And I know that my skin color is what it is. It is what it is, but I know that there's pride in that, and that while some people may think that I'm not black enough because the summer hasn't come around yet and I don't have a tan, I still know that that's not true. And they may say, oh, the leaves haven't fallen yet, so you're not white yet because you still have that tan. I know that that's not true. I know my skin color is what it is. There's a golden tan in the summer and a cool beige in the winter, and I love that. But you know, whether or not the sun makes me dark or light, I still see as a black man. And it's that feeling out of place that sometimes makes me feel like I don't belong. It makes me feel like I'm somehow privileged enough not to face the same adversity that darker-skinned blacks face. I realize, because of all that I'm light-skinned, and that does not mean that I don't face that same adversity. It just means that I face it in a different way. Being who I am, I still stand out, and I'm not blind. Well, I am colorblind, actually. Difference between distinguishing hues, but I'm not blind to color. I'm not blind to discrimination. None of this combats how we feel as humans. And as people, as students, as a black man at the university, we're taught to fight for our beliefs, to fight for our rights. And just as well, we're also taught to listen and to hear and feel and see through others' eyes. I've learned that until we learn how to talk, we're just fishing around in our own heads. And we need a dialogue. We need a dialogue if we want to move forward. Otherwise, racism just becomes an endless cycle. And to me, race is just a word that doesn't quite do its meaning justice. I love the word ethnicity. Ethnicity is How do you identify? How do you feel comfortable? I want to do you justice. I want to know your story and the story of your people. I want to know it backward and forward. I've learned that with these crayons, this black, this white, that I am black because I am African American, not because I have brown skin. I identify as black because of my people and not because of my skin color.
It has become a rare commodity. A strong black woman can no longer be found in this new age society. Beauty turned into a mockery, artificial hair weaved in the Philippines, acrylic nails articulately placed by the Chinese. It's like finding a precious jewel in a cave full of rocks. A strong black woman encompasses your thoughts. She walks in the room and her very presence demands attention. Stilling your hearts with a smile. She walks with more grace than the women by the now. The strong black woman is the strength of the black man. Loving, nurturing, creating by the works of her hands. Can we go back to instilling purity in our teens? Increasing our intelligence, crafting wild dreams? Or is it more difficult than it seems to regress from this repulsive scheme webbed by society? Now is the time to reconstruct our culture, stand up for what's true. Now is the time to move for strong black women everywhere. Strong black women without a care of what's expected of them, but will do what has been neglected by them. Strong black woman, do you hear? I believe there's a strong black woman even here. If you are, I beg you, listen to the fire moving inside of you. Open up your mouth and shout, yeah.
I have learned to hate. To hate myself because of what others may say or feel, or because my body isn't the image of the public sex appeal. I have learned to lie. To pretend I love my beautiful brown skin, but deep within I cry. Because my hair and lips are too thick and my hips are too wide. I have learned to fear. To be afraid that I will never persevere. Living in a state of pain and stress. Struggling because I never had success. See, society's constantly portraying me in a negative frame, making me ashamed of my beautiful features and my African name. This is my internal pain. The fear of rejection drives me insane. They say there's happiness after the rain, but these deep, dark clouds seem to sustain my childhood pains, hold me down and constrain me from progression. At a tender age, I was taught some of life's deepest lessons influenced by our oppression. See, our people have been psychologically destroyed and degraded. Black bodies hang from trees, burned and mutilated. Taught that we were inferior because our skin was melanated. Mass confusion, self-hate, we've been miseducated. Pregnant women's bellies slash, leaving their babies to hang. See, our suffering still fuels our pain. And I remember avoiding the sun so it wouldn't kiss my face. Feeling as if God had put me in the wrong race. Stripped of my natural curls by the age of 5, hot comb, Jerry curl, hair destroyed. With lies. See, the inferiorization of our youth starts with the roots. We need to start teaching our children the truth.